In 1977, I left 3 years of commercial secondary schooling without any obvious purpose for my life and without the ultimate West African Examination Council WAEC GCE ordinary level certificate that is the vogue at the time that could have helped me to get a quote juicy job in those days. I had this passion for writing, and I scribbled at the slightest opportunity on sheets, on the pieces of papers, inside old notebooks and diaries. I loved writing so much that my first newspaper article was published in the Punch newspapers when I was in secondary school. Meanwhile, without a well-defined purpose for my life, I roamed the streets of Asaba in present-day Delta State, and Onitsha in present-day Anambra State, and Enugu in present-day Enugu State in search of jobs. Having no adequate paper qualification to justify my capacity, I could not find the juicy jobs, which many people who finished secondary school those days with 4 to 6 credits of the WAEC GCE level certificate could get, with or without Godfather in those days. I was left to walk the streets of these cities looking for where they advertised for any job, ranging from messenger to clerk on chalkboards in front of the premises of companies. During those days, many of my own peers were very clear on what they wanted, and many of them had the intention to work in banks, and they took steps to go and do so. And many of them wanted to go back to the university, and because they have the adequate qualification to do so, they were able to pursue those courses. But having no such clear purpose for my own life then, and having none of these paper qualifications required to move forward, I was left to move around looking for where to find juicy jobs, nevertheless without certificates. So viewers, we appreciate your presence with me this night, and it is a pleasure for me to be able to present this program to you. The intention is to inspire you. The intention is to help you transform yourself from where you are at the moment to where you want to be. Fast forward, when I finally discovered what I want to do, where I want to go, I took deliberate steps, which what I'm sharing with you this night will help you as it helped me to transform myself. So I want you to join me by leaving comments, asking questions, and liking this program, loving it. Just show sign that you're here. Your comment can just be that you're here. And if you have not been to our YouTube channel, I invite you to visit it. The name of our YouTube channel is The African Town Hall. And then if you go there, we plead with you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have not yet subscribed, we want you to please subscribe to it so that you'll be able to get my future videos, future broadcasts and uploads, both live broadcasts and uploads as I have them there. Okay, continuing this story, my story. In this condition, the condition I was in then, we have clear knowledge of what my purpose in life is and without paper qualifications, I look back today and see that there are some years when I work in 3 to 4 different offices without being fired. Can you imagine that? In a space of 12 months, I will work in 3 places. And I kept firing myself each time. I begin a job in a company and I do it for a few months, a month or 2, 3, sometimes less, and I do not find what I'm looking for in that company. Then I'll just walk away and look for another one. And I think my challenge was more from not actually knowing what I'm looking for. So even if I found them in those companies, but I do not know what they are, it then becomes impossible for me to connect with what it is. So in a year, and I remember many years like that, when I walked into a company, they gave me the job, sometimes as a typist, sometimes as a clerk, house clerk, other times as a messenger, and I just worked there for a few weeks and I'm off. As the proverb of my people has it, whatever you get from the edge of the pot would end up at the edge of the mouth. Those kind of jobs that I was getting that were advertised on notice boards in front of companies, little companies, I would soon see that they cannot support me for even transportation to work alone, and I will usually walk away from some of those companies. Really, I get my first job. And see many people viewing here, I invite you and plead with you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The title is The African Town Hall. And I want you also to make comments and leave your questions, comments, and all the thoughts you have in mind that can help this program serve you better. But I'm telling my story with a purpose in mind to ignite you to seek out your purpose and pursue it so that you have better success and in good time. Maybe in my time, there were a lot of time to wait and waste. In these days, at this day and time, as I know it, there's just no time. So the earlier you get to know what to do, the better. So viewers, I want you to join. Remember that the topic is never leave college without finding your purpose and passion in life. And those were things I wasn't able to find that led me to work in toy jobs that I left immediately. I collected my first salary. And the challenge is that this kind of situation in my life continued to be my lot for the next 5 years. For 5 years, when I did not understand what my purpose in life is. Those were the days of disillusionment and frustration. And this is what you get if you are not able to establish what your purpose is for this earth. Why were you created? Why were you birthed? Coming and being in this world is not a child's play. It's not a joke. It's a serious business, both from the creator's point of view and from what you meet as soon as you come into this world. Whether you are born with the proverbial silver spoon or not, you start seeing things that make it clear to you that being on this earth is a serious business. So to avoid the kind of experiences I had in those days, where for 5 years I had this kind of uninspiring jobs and activities, and then fell into disillusionment and frustration, to avoid it, the key that will help you to avoid that is to, while you are still in school, even before you finish school, and if it is possible before you even enter the university, find your purpose and passion in life. And then if you're able to find your purpose and passion in life, and then when you go to school, to the university, you take on courses and lectures and electives that support your purpose and passion, you will be a lot more successful than otherwise. This is also important. So it was in the midst of this state of disillusionment and frustration that I came upon personal development from the books of such greats as Norman Vincent Peale, Napoleon Hill, etc. I learned about the need to define and understand one's purpose in life and seek out what one is passionate about. and then pursue those areas of life. So I learned that from getting involved in personal development. This newfound knowledge struck in me a new fire to live my life according to my own purpose in life and the passion of my life. And from then forward, my life began to change for the best. I found my purpose. My purpose in life is to teach, inspire, and build the rising generations of this world and help them to be able to find their purpose early in life enough to make good meaning of life, very early enough to have a meaningful life, to have a life you call your own, where you are in full control, to have a life that you will enjoy, a life you'll be happy to live on this earth. Today, if you check what my biological age is, you wonder at what I'm doing and what I could give out. I'm doing so because linking and connecting to my purpose, I found that it is to give, to teach, to inspire, to provide light, to help people to receive their personal transformation. And this is so exciting to me that I'm prepared and ready to do it anytime and every time that I have the opportunity to do so. Okay, so I want you to know that my calling is to help you find your purpose in life, help you connect to your passion so that when you pursue it, you will live a life of joy instead of a life of labor. Right now, what I'm doing is one of the things I have always wanted to do, to be out there inspiring, providing information, helping to increase people's capacity. So that is what I'm doing. That's what I love to do. That's what I'm passionate about, and that's my purpose in life. So that's what I'm doing. So if you want to therefore live your life to the fullest, regardless of what is happening around the world today, one of the things you must do is to find your purpose in life, because that discovery will make a difference for everything. So the discovery of my purpose in life influenced the books I read, the courses that I took in, and the discipline I studied at the university. I started living my life on purpose, and my life became meaningful to the point that I can be with you today, sharing these things with you, sharing from my experience, from what I have done, from my passion and purpose with you. The two key words of this topic, purpose and passion, need to be taken very seriously and considered. So let us establish a foundation upon which to build up this message by finding the meaning through synonyms of purpose and passion. Okay, purpose means reason, as in reason for, meaning that the reason for your life, as in the purpose of your life. Ideal, as in design for your life. Principle or opinion, as in your opinion of your life. Rationale, function, use, intention, intent, aim, objective, goal, target, drive, etc. So what's the objective or object of your life? The intent of your life, the aim, the goal, the target, or the driving force of your life. These are questions that will help you find your purpose in life. And the best time to start looking for this is early, when you are still young. That's why my target is in the rising generations of Africa, which is people between the ages of 12 and 30 years of age. Older people who are not yet able to find their purpose in life are also invited to key in, as these lessons are provided gracias, free of charge. Okay, and then passion, which is the other keyword here, also means fervor, ardor, obsession, excitement, enthusiasm, zeal, craze, etc. So what are you passionate or enthusiastic about? What are you excited about? What are you zealous about? And what are you obsessed about? Or with what? With which can obsess about, which can keep you striving on for a long time without regard to difficulties or challenges because of how much you love to do or be with such a thing, subject or project. So what is that thing that you could be with relentlessly, and regardless of what is happening around you, regardless of whether you have a lot of money or not, but you want to do it? For example, writing, broadcasting is something I want to do. Whether I am earning any money from them or not, I just want to be broadcasting. This is what I want. This is what I love to do. So that's why I'm here with you this night. Okay. So my counsel is never leave college without finding your purpose and passion in life. It's my way of helping the rising generations so that they can do better than me, so that regardless of the circumstances they are growing up inside, they will still become successful in life. Their life will have meaning both to themselves and to the community, the environment, the family, the nation and country or state you're born in. The truth is that whether you were born with the proverbial silver spoon or not, or plastic spoon as we say it in Nigeria, if you start as early as primary and secondary school to seek out your purpose in life and your passion, you will be able to make the best of your life. Seriously, you will be more perfect, more prepared than many other people to make the best of your life. Finding your purpose as early as secondary school would be the best influence. What you would best to influence what you will study in the university. So if you already by secondary school level know your purpose in life, there's no point if your purpose in life is to teach, there's no point for you to go and study something that doesn't relate to teaching. It will be wise that you take courses in the university that relates to your purpose. That way you fly in colors. You have a chance of even getting a first class if you're pursuing a course on your purpose in life. And I can share a little story of my own case here. When I studied philosophy in the university, I have read everything, so many things about philosophy. Many books and many philosophers are already very familiar to me before I went to the university to study it. And while in the university, I was working full-time at a job. I was full-time in the university. And on many occasions, while tests and assignments and exams are going on, I have traveled out of state to go for either a course or to attend to my job. And then the same time I was newly married, the same time I was the district president of our church in Calabar at that time. So it was a lot of things at the same time for one man. But do you know that because philosophy falls within my passion and purpose in life, then it was easy for me to get into it. And because these are things because I loved it long before, I have read so many things about them. So I was able to connect easily with the text. The only challenge I had in my philosophy class was on logic, which I wasn't studying before. But for the other texts on philosophy books and philosophical essays and dispositions, I have gone through so many of these and had a good knowledge of them before I came into the university. So it helped me a lot to be able to graduate immediately. You know, we had a class stream of 197 students. And when the results of the examinations for our set came out, only 83 results were published. And my own was there. I couldn't believe that mine was there because I considered myself, and funnily those days, I was known as the non-academic student. I think I was even the one that took that title. So people will call me non-academic student. And can you imagine how a student can be non-academic? I mean, that is serious. That shows that because of my job and lots of responsibilities, and because my class is also full-time, and it is not possible to match them effectively, I wasn't in that class as much as I should be. But I made a second class lower division, and which to me was wonders, given that I was not even there as much as I should be. But because I am passionate about that class, I could study, use the small space I have, even while I'm traveling, I'm studying, I do not miss opportunity to studying the text, and I was able to have to be able to represent myself in form of knowledge of what is being taught, and also for the examinations, and I passed. Why many people who were there full time with no other thing except being students were failed. Some of them never picked up their graduation until 4 years later. But one time. So what I'm trying to emphasize here is that because I was already conscious of what my purpose in life is, when I chose the course to study in the university, I chose philosophy because it connects very well with my thinking and thought line and my desire to write, teach. So it made life possible for me. So finding your purpose while you're still in the secondary school will help you make a good choice of a course of study in the university that first will help you study it well, know it well, one that you can also operationalize when you leave university by using it to either find a job or create a job for yourself or create a business. I have a young man who said he went to school, did all he did, looked for a job for many years, a number of years, he couldn't find, then the next he decided to create a job for himself. So if you study what is in your passion area, what is in your purpose area, you could create your own job instead of waiting to get a job that is created by someone else. That's how these things work. Okay, so many people go through hell studying low and high sounding courses unrelated to their purpose in life at the university. Now, they will face the problem of swimming against the current while in the university. And when they start their lives trying to make a living and make a career of what they have studied outside of their purpose in the university, they will continue all life swimming against the current. This is why you have PhDs, doctors, engineers who are unhappy with their lives. You have lawyers, they have studied these high-sounding subjects, but they have nothing to do with why they were born on this earth. So sometimes the courses are there, they have the knowledge, but they do not have the experience of life they would like to have. And this is dangerous. So anyone who is born with plastic spoon, that's a Nigerian expression of being born with plastic spoon. The common expression is being born with silver spoon or not. Then in Nigeria, we've created that some people are born with or sometimes without even plastic spoon. So, and I want to state on authority that even if someone is born with a plastic spoon and he or she is able to find his passion and purpose at primary or secondary school and latest at the university level of education, that person will be better in life than anyone born with silver spoon that is not able to find his or her purpose and passion in life. This one is a given. And this is one of the reasons why you see many people who are less prepared for life, less endowed with economic and material resources from parents or senior siblings who make a bigger success than those who have. So this is the reason. The reason is because they are working on their purpose and they are doing things they are passionate about. There's overwhelming evidence of people born with silver spoon who are not able to make anything out of their own lives and could not even secure the estates left for them by their fathers. And this happens all the time. Their parents have made a lot of money, have all of it, which is the silver spoon they have. And because of their parents' influence, or because they already used to high-sounding things, they went to university and studied one of the high-sounding courses and courses of study or subjects. Then they finish it and cannot operationalize it for a living. Some of those kind of people have stayed and their life has turned around and they have even lost all they made and lost their own father's estate, the one that their father willed to them. Now, there are structured training on how to find your passion and purpose in life, which you can easily access through the power of technology via online learning platforms. In the next 2 episodes in this series, I will be teaching how you can find your purpose and passion in secondary school and university, respectively. Meanwhile, at whatever level you are right now, but if it is best if you are still in secondary school or you just starting university, even if you have left university, do not leave your school environment and hit the world stage without first finding your purpose in life. But if you have already come out and you don't know that, please go to access this training and learning that we have available, and you can ask me to help you with any of those that you can now use to help find your purpose in life. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Meanwhile, my name is Francis Imeribe, and my core competence is in personal transformation. I am a personal transformation expert coach. Also, I'm a security professional. And these are things I did on purpose, what I love to do that I did as part of my career and enjoyed every bit of it. I'm also a management consultant. So I invite you to take advantage of the opportunities that I have of my own expertise and leverage them to find your way. We have a Facebook user who I just said, awesome. When you join through a group, Facebook will not reveal your name unless you give StreamYard a permission to do that for you. Now, if you would like to get in touch with me to help you out specifically and especially in finding your passion and purpose in life, please get in touch with me on WhatsApp at +234 818 339 8461. That is my phone and WhatsApp number, and you can contact me on this, and through this we can be able to continue our discussion, and then I can extend additional help to you in finding your passion and purpose in life. You can also visit my website, and that is www.theafricantownhall.com/ebook club. You can stop at either africantownhall.com or africantownhall/ebook club. All of those are available, and we invite you to visit our website so you can learn more about some of the things that we are doing. Thank you very much for being part of this program today. And it has been a pleasure for me to share my life with you in such a way that you may be able to find yours. Have a great evening.